On average, firefighters respond to a fire every 24 seconds somewhere in the nation. With October being National Fire Prevention Month, we're getting some tips on how to protect your home and keep your family safer. So I'd like to welcome Dave White from the Home Depot to Daytime today. Good to see you, Dave.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about the first step. Good place to start, right? In preventing a house fire disaster. Nobody wants that to happen.
No, and really the key is just being prepared. So smoke detectors throughout your home, very important. You should at least have one on every floor, but really it's recommended to have them in every bedroom and then common areas, places like kitchens, even in attics and basements. But you need to make sure you check them because a couple of times a year, replace the batteries, do a test. They all have a little test mode on them. And if you do replace the batteries, the technology is really playing a key now in home safety. And even the batteries that you use, like these Duracell Quantums, they last longer than traditional batteries, and you can store them for up to 10 years without losing a charge. So if you buy a bunch of batteries to have on hand, which is smart, you don't have to worry about them going bad. And then honestly, a lot of folks didn't know that after about 10 years, you really need to replace the entire smoke detector just because they sort of lose their useful life, and technology has really improved. You also need to have fire extinguishers on hand throughout the house and make sure you test those or at least check them. You can look at the meter to see if they're full or empty. If they're empty, throw them away and replace them.
Okay, obviously good advice. What fire safety advice can you share for anyone who has maybe several people in their home, multiple stories? We've got a lot of different things to consider when it comes to maybe making a safety plan. So let's talk about some advice that you have for us.
Yeah, there's a lot. So again, I will focus a little bit on the detectors. So the technology's changed. So for kids, they found that to have a voice prompt instead of just a beep is a lot more effective in alerting children to get out of the house. So companies like Kidde have new technology in smoke detectors. This one actually is a combination. So you have to think about two things, smoke as well as carbon monoxide, because that can be a danger too. And so this is actually a sealed unit. It has a 10-year battery in it. You never have to mess with it. It also has the voice prompt that I was talking about, so that it tells you, it's a voice that comes on and says, alert, alert, there's been smoke detected, or get out because there's carbon monoxide. There's also smart technology, honestly, that's come into play. I don't know if you're into smartphone technology, but Nest has a Smart Protect or Nest Protect that honestly connects to your smartphone. You can monitor it. You get alerts if you're not home. You know if the smoke detector or CO part of it has gone off as well. It has the voice prompts and even an LED light that can help you get out of the house if you walk underneath it during an emergency.
I like that because a lot of times it is difficult to make sure that your kids kind of know the plan and are able to react when it comes to a time like that. So a lot of this stuff, I'm sure, is meant to really make it simple, to make it easier for you to get out and be safe.
It is, absolutely, and you really need to know what to do in case of an emergency. So even when it comes to fire extinguishers, we talked a little bit about those, but it's really important that you know how to use them. You need to have them in your home, but if you can't use them, they don't do you any good. So just remember something that's really simple. Just remember PASS, P-A-S-S. So P is pull the pin. There's usually a pin that keeps them from going off unless you pull it out. Then A is aimed. You want to aim the extinguisher at the base of the fire. S is squeeze. You squeeze the trigger, and then sweep. Sweep across the fire. It's very simple, but a lot of people panic in times of a fire, and you really need to think through that and be prepared, like I said.
For sure. All right, Dave, thank you so much for bringing that to us today.
Thank you so much. And of course, if you need any more information, come see us in the store or online at homedepot.com/fire safety.